So we're cruising through here. We've got 6 marketing assets. Let me just refresh them really quick. The most important one is your small business profile, which is SAM and DSBS. Your second one, your capability statement. Your third one, your website. Your fourth one is your LinkedIn personal profile. And the purpose of this is, in my opinion, right, is that it helps people know, like, and trust you. You may have heard a lot of us say that people do business with those they know, like, and trust. You might have also heard people talk about in the federal space, it's relationship. I actually think everything's relationship. At church, it's relationships, right? Relationship building is important to any community that we're in. And in the federal market, it's very important to have good relationships with teammates, with buyers, et cetera. And LinkedIn is one way to help build that relationship. You're not going to have any relationships if people don't know who you are, right? So LinkedIn is one way for you to begin to have activity out there. If you had seen yesterday's training, I think I talked about how to engage on LinkedIn. But when somebody comes into LinkedIn, a couple of things I want to point out to you for your profile to make it easy for market researchers in the federal space and your teammates to do additional, to go additional places and to learn additional pieces of information about you. First thing is, make sure you put your capability statement into your LinkedIn profile. Your capability statement is just a PDF, right? So you can add it down into the experience section as a media. You can also add it into the featured section of LinkedIn. Put it in both places. Don't hold back on it, right? And a third place you might consider putting it, or at least a link to your website, is up at the top of your profile in LinkedIn, under your name and under your city, I think, is a link that you can put there with a name, and you can put in the words like, GovCon Chambers capability statement, right? I can put that in and then hyperlink it back to my website. So right on my profile, when people land, they're able to see my capability statement in 3 different places. I'm getting it to them. I'm removing friction for them finding my capability statement. I don't want to go too far into the about section because I only got a few minutes left, but in the about section, you want to take a lot of your capability statement and kind of regurgitate it. A lot of what you put into your small business profile fields, right? Bring that and put it into the about section. When you're in LinkedIn, you don't have to create all new content to describe what your company does or what you do. You can use some of these other marketing assets you've had that are earlier and bring it into your profile. The last thing I want to mention is that on your banner, one thing to consider, 2 things I want to mention. Your banner, when somebody lands on your profile in LinkedIn, they see you, your banner, and instantly they're going to learn something about you. We can either make our banner tell them nothing, or we can make it discourage them to say, oh, I was coming here to see SharePoint, but I see tractors. You must be construction, right? That's discouraging. Or we can encourage them to go further into our profile. So if I'm a SharePoint company, I might have Microsoft related stuff in my banner, that picture at the top. So go ahead and put that in there. And the last tip on LinkedIn is make sure your headline says something that tells people what your company does. Don't leave it just say business developer or CEO of this company, right? Put something in there like government contracting is not a secret. It's just a process. When I put that in my headline, the people who care about process and want to learn more now want to learn more about my profile. And I want the same for you on that marketing asset. Okay, so that one was the personal profile, real fast.